Welcome. Today I wanted to talk about fundamentals. What they are, why are they so vital to one's play, and why so many content creators get things wrong. But before we do any of that, let's first define what a fundamental skill is. A fundamental skill is a basic game mechanic or a skill, collection of which form the core or the foundation of the game outside of its rule set. It's equally important to define the antonym of fundamentals, which would be meta, short for most efficient tactic available. We often think of meta as, let's say, the R8 meta, as in the time period or whenever something was popular. But in the context of CSGO, meta can be expanded and still concisely defined as everything that can be ejected or replaced in game without altering the core essence of it. To make it even more clear, radar awareness is a fundamental skill. If Valve removed the radar from the game, it wouldn't be CSGO anymore. It would have an absolutely massive impact on how the game is played at a rudimentary level. However, if Valve replaced Dust 2 with a completely new map, CSGO would stay the same. Hence, anything that is map specific is not a fundamental skill. The maps we play, the guns we have in the game, various exploits and nade lineups, none of them make up what CSGO is at its core. Think of it this way. If Valve released a new map set and replaced all guns in CSGO with the ones from Valorant and Fortnite, it wouldn't really change how the game is played at its core, fundamental level, would it? Good players would remain solid, while bad players would continue to suffer from the same mistakes as they had in the past. As a full-time coach, a pet peeve of mine is when other coaches and content creators do no justice to fundamentals and turn to meta for immediate growth, which in its own nature is just a band-aid fix. See, fundamentals are the building blocks and meta are pebbles that consistently get blown off by the ever-present wind of changes in the form of patches and other changes in meta itself. If you find yourself more invested in discovering and practicing and find nade lineups, strats and executes, wallbangs, is a lot more enjoyable and fun than working on your raw aim speed, your precision, counter-strafing, radar awareness, then you're on a path to becoming a very bad and potentially hard-stuck player. Because what happens is that you spend all your time looking for pebbles to elevate yourself on the ladder, and you have no time left to build a solid foundation as a player. If you just started out with the game, it might take you half a year to memorize and perfect all nades and all wallbangs on a particular single map. However, what would happen if the map got removed or reworked? You would immediately find yourself set back half a year. On the other hand, if you spend half a year developing, for example, solid radar awareness, then this huge portion of what makes you up as a player cannot ever be altered. Once you have developed that skill, it's there to stay. It will also translate well to other games you play. Researching and studying meta and other minuscule things that make up this game is counterproductive. Only at the highest level is it efficient to focus on details and squeeze out as much as you can out of what meta currently is, because by then you have reached a point of diminishing returns on your fundamentals. They shouldn't ever be disregarded, but only at a high level does it become time efficient to even consider dedicating a portion of your time to the meta. I can assure you that the vast majority of coaches and content creators stand by working on meta as it yields immediate results. I believe it is totally acceptable to focus on meta as a means to achieve a short-term goal, and many people do just that. Memorizing nades, for example, will absolutely increase your overall performance, but my argument is that it is much more time efficient and healthy to focus on your fundamentals rather than small details. I honestly think that as a coach or a content creator, it is very scummy to hook players looking to improve up on a constant stream of diarrhea of details and information that is, well, in the grand scheme of things, irrelevant, which is why I will be streaming 3 days per week on my Twitch channel, offering free coaching and free demo reviews to any one of my followers. You can find my schedule down in the description below or on my Twitch channel.